in this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to add border to text. And so SwiftUI actually doesn't have any view modifier that does this as of now. And so I've created my own, and as you can see on the left, it really pops out against image backgrounds. So that's my typical use of it. And so today I'm going to show you how to do this by recursively adding shadow to text in order to create a border. So I've created my own file here called glow border, and this is where my code for the view modifier is going to begin. So our first step is to create our struct called glow border, and it's going to conform to the view modifier protocol. And make sure you don't forget your body function, which we're just going to return the content for now. So the two things we need to keep track of for our glow border is the color and the line width. So I'm going to add those as local properties in our struct. So here we have color and line width. Next, we need to recursively apply shadow to our content. And so the way we're going to do this is we're going to declare a recursive function called applyShadow. And it's going to take in two parameters. The first being any view, and the second being the line width. And we are going to return an any view from this function. So our base case for this recursive function is when line width reaches 0. So if line width equals 0, then we don't want to apply any more shadow. We just want to return the content. However, if we have line width above 0, then we want to apply shadow to our content. So let's return a call to apply shadow. So this will be our recursive case. And the content will be the content, but we apply shadow radius 1. So, oops, should not be apply shadow, but just shadow. And the color is the local property, while the radius is just going to be 1. And so we need to cast this to any view. And then our line width will just be line width minus 1. And so if you haven't heard of recursion before, basically what I'm doing is I have some sort of set line width to begin with, let's say 5, and then I'm basically applying shadow and then subtracting 1 from line width and repeating this process over and over. And once line width hits 0, then we stop the function and we just return the content that we applied the shadow incrementally on. And so in our body function, all we need to do now is apply shadow to the content, which needs to be casted to any view. And we have a line width of the local property, which we're going to pass in using an extension to view. So I'm going to declare that extension to view down here. And it's just going to be a simple function called glow border that takes in the two parameters, right? Color and line width. And it's going to return some view. And basically, this is basically just a convenience function so that we don't have to write out dot modifier, glow border, and all that every single time. So our color would just be the one that's passed into the function, and our line width would be the same. And so that's basically it. If we go back to our body here, our content view here, we can see that currently the text does not have the glow border, and it's kind of hard to see against the background. But once we add the glow border to it, let's do a white border with a line width of 5, and let's run it. So you can see how now we have a border, and it looks really nice because now you can see it against the background. And you can also choose different colors. You can choose orange, for example, or let's try blue next. And there you go. So that's how you create a border for text in SwiftUI.